Hello. Nice to see you today. Welcome back to our channel. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, okay? Thank you. We really appreciate that. I have a question for you. Guardrail is considered a piece of personal protective equipment. Yes or no? Leave your answer in the comments below. So, let's start. As you know, work at height is the activity that leads to the high number of fatalities. This is an important reason why your organization must focus on all activities that need to be performed at height. Whether you work at height every day, or only on occasion, working safely should always remain a top priority. It takes one mistake to turn a routine task into a serious injury or fatality. You must be prepared to protect your employees each and every time they could be exposed to a fall hazard. What is working at height?
Working at height refers to any work where a person could potentially fall and injure themselves. A ladder, a roof's edge, an opening on the floor, and even a loading dock can be considered working at height. In the general industry, fall protection is required by OSHA for any height change of 4 feet, 1.2 meters, or more.
The main hazard when performing work at height are
falls, overreaching, failure of a fragile surface, unguarded holes in floors, failure of the elevated work platform, collapse, overturn, etc. Poor edge protection. Items being poorly stored or secured. Falling objects. Work in areas without guardrails or covers. Poor training.
work at height control measures. To set a workable work at height control measures, proper work at height risk assessment should be carried out. This will guide the process of drawing out adequate control measures for work at height activity. When performing a risk assessment, always follow the hierarchy of controls. If you want to know more about hierarchy of controls, check our channel. Let's look at the general control measures we should implement in our workplace. Use existing working platform.
Where an existing safe place of work is used to carry out work where possible. This existing work platform is believed not to require additional protective equipment and with is no risk of falling because preventative measures are already in place.
Preventing falls using collective protection.
This means protecting everyone who's potentially at risk. This involves ensuring the use of a safe working platform.
The characteristics of a safe working platform.
The working surface must be stable and of sufficient strength and rigidity for the purpose. The working platform must rest on stable and suitably strong surfaces. It must be of sufficient size to allow safe use for persons, plant, and materials. Space must be suitable. Should be designed in such a way that falls from the platform are avoided. No gaps should be left on the platform. Suitable protection, such as platforms, coverings, crawling boards, or guard rails, must be provided. Measures should be taken to minimize the distance and consequence of any fall. For example, fall arrest systems, safety nets, and airbags.
Ensure workers' training.
Before any worker performs work at height activities, the worker needs to be properly trained. The training should cover: what is working at height? Dangers of working at height. Who should work at height? Safety measures to adopt while working at height. Appropriate use of fall protection and its accessories. Different types of body harnesses and their suitability. This will help in the choice of the best body harness for the job. They could need a harness with a single lanyard or a double lanyard.
Select the proper PPE.
If you're going to use personal fall arrest systems, PFAS, you need to ensure you're choosing the proper equipment. All full body harnesses that meet ANSI standards will perform the same, despite their cost. However, that price differential can get you something extra.
Select an acceptable anchor point.
By this point, you might be realizing that there are a lot of factors involved when it comes to fall safety, especially PPE. What good is the right harness and lanyard setup if the anchor point won't hold the load? The answer is none. You need to keep in mind that the rule says the anchor point must have the ability to support 5,000 pounds, around 2,300 kilograms, per person attached. If the anchor point does not support this load, all systems will fail.
Ensure proper use of lifts.
There are many ways in which something can go wrong when operating a lift, so I won't get into the actual operation here. However, we do need to discuss fall protection in regards to lifts. One thing that gets missed quite often is that any person in a boom lift, at any time or height, must be properly tied off.
Use ladders properly.
Ladders lie at the source of many industrial and workplace accidents simply because we take their use for granted. Before using a ladder, consider whether or not they are the best solution for the task.
Know when and what type of fall protection is required.
There are 3 factors to think about when considering when and what type of fall protection is required by OSHA: frequency, duration, and location of work. OSHA now uses 2 terms that will help you determine the frequency and duration of work taking place. Infrequent, work that is performed once a month or less. Temporary, simple, short-term tasks that take 2 hours or less to complete. Location of work. Once you've determined the frequency and duration, you will need to determine the location of the work in proximity to the hazard.
We hope this video helps you to understand better the hazards and control measures when working at height. Check our videos with more specific measures you can implement on your site. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. You can always find additional information in our website, www.hsebox.com. And don't forget, always take care. Bye bye, see you soon.